There we go. Recording in progress. Welcome back and welcome if you are new to the Invitation Inward. It has been a journey. We've been here for 2 years. There's a lot of people who have come back after a little summer hiatus. There are some people who have not come back. That's cool too. There's some people who paid for the last 2 years and never showed up on one call. That's totally cool. But I want to welcome all of you. This has been a labor of love for myself and also Deanne, who's on the call tonight. She is my business manager. So if you reach out to me and get a email or a response back from Deanne, she is a lovely lady in red there. And she is the brains behind this whole operation. I don't know what I'm doing anymore because I just shoved everything to Deanne. And it was Deanne who gave me permission to take the summer off from the Invitation Inward. I was feeling very burnt out, very stressed. We've all been through so much stuff in the last couple of years. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a pandemic and we all had to stay in our homes and wash our groceries and not just our produce. We had to wash our Cool Ranch Dorito bags. We didn't have to, but I did. And now I don't know if anybody cares about any of that anymore. We just want to live our lives. Anyway, with the pandemic, right before the pandemic, I lost my dad in December 2019. And then the pandemic hit, and then I got a divorce, and then I moved out on my own. And with my kids, I moved out on my own. I moved back into town from an acreage. And I've been trying to do the thing and trying to find a boyfriend. I found one. He's great. We've been dating for 7.5 months ish. We met 7.5 months ish ago. The weirdest relationship I've ever been in. Yeah, at the beginning of this summer, my body was so tired. My anxiety was through the roof. I was starting to just feel like I needed a little bit of a break. And I took that break, and I actually ended up going on an antidepressant for the first time since my early 20s. And I want to be really transparent about that because I would never tell any of you not to go on medication if you need it. If your brain is not creating the serotonin that you need to get through the day, or the dopamine, or whatever it is, I would never tell anybody not to seek medication that's going to help them. But for some reason, I had this limiting belief that because I am a coach, I am a spiritual teacher, I am this person, that I am supposed to be perfect in some way, and that I am supposed to meditate my depression away, and I am supposed to be above all of that. Nobody else in the world I would ever hold to that, but myself. And I realized when I broke down in my doctor's office, and I was just like, I just cannot handle life anymore. She's like, dude, we have been dancing around an antidepressant for 10 years. When are you going to stop being a martyr? And I hate my doctor and I love my doctor, because that's exactly what I needed to hear. And I was like, give it to me. Give me whatever you think is going to work. And she did. And I felt like I waited 6 weeks before I actually went and filled the prescription. And when I finally went in, I had a therapy appointment the day after. And I cried to my therapist I just sobbed for an entire hour about what an absolute failure of a human being I am, because I'm on this medication. And then when I was done crying, she's like, do you feel better now? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, is any of that true? And I said, absolutely not. And it's taken a while for my body to adjust. But I'm happy to say that in the last 2 weeks ish, I feel really good. I felt very sad for the first while. And I was saying to people, I feel like my anxiety is getting quiet, and there's this deep sadness underneath the anxiety. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't take this medication. It's making me feel crazy. And I called my doctor and I was like, oh my God, this is not like, I feel so sad. Like I just cry all the time. And she's like, give it 2 more weeks, Kelsey. And like 2 days later, I was like, oh, I think I feel normal. And then I broke down. I wrote a post, I think, about feeling normal. And then I broke down. And then I had a bad afternoon. And besides being like dead tired every afternoon at 4 o'clock, I feel pretty good for the last couple of weeks. So this is the Invitation Inward. If you're new here, we're all about transparency. We're all about truth. We're all about getting to the root of what is going on energetically, mind, body, and spirit. We're coming back with a little bit of a different format. We're going to have more probably in-depth conversations. And the biggest thing that I love about this group is when you guys participate. I am going to, I don't have my chat up. Oh my gosh, where's my chat? Okay, nobody was chatting anyway. Nobody said anything. Hi guys. I love participation. I love when I get to hear from you. I love when you guys feel comfortable enough to share. And that's really the intention of this group and of this community is sharing and healing together. I started this journey as a spiritual medium, talking to loved ones on the other side. That has brought me to the soul coaching, which is really empowering you to connect with the most important spirit in the room. That's my former cheesy tagline from my website. And my new one is to get you out of your head and into your heart, which is the same idea. It just is a catchier tagline. I do have a dog and a cat that still do not get along. So if there's some crazy barking in the background, I apologize. And I also have 3 kids that are sent to their rooms right now. So hopefully we don't get any interruptions because tonight is the first Monday of the month and tonight is calm night. So our new format is going to be the first Monday of the month. We're going to talk about calm. You know, if you're here, you know me, hopefully. Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm all about calm, confident, capable. First Monday of the month is going to be about calm. We're going to talk about meditation. We're going to talk about the nervous system. I'm learning about the nervous system. I am looking at and working towards becoming some sort of somatic practitioner. I really am nerdy about energy and the nervous system and how everything, energy and emotions and all of that is all connected to everything. Energy is everything. I get super, super nerdy about that. I'm really nerdy about Joe Dispenza's work and Bruce Lipton's work, epigenetics, all that kind of stuff. And so as I dive into that, I love to share what I learn and also what I'm applying in my own life. So next week will all be about confidence. So we'll talk about what confidence is every second Monday of the month. We'll talk about limiting beliefs. We'll talk about conditioning. We'll talk about is this true? Is that true? We'll talk about whatever's going on, maybe collectively, energetically, have a topic that we can explore, maybe some journal prompts that we can play with, and that we can get blah, 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 what am I trying to say? We can get we can share, we can have sharing circle. Third Monday of the month, we're going to have hot seat Q&A. So a couple of you, when I asked on my stories, my Instagram stories the other day, I said, what do you want more of from me? And a few of you said more interaction in the Invitation Inward, which the opportunity has always been there. It's always been there. Every time there is a question in the chat, I always go in and I always like to answer that. But I really want to go in and do some really good, deep soul coaching on 1 call a month. So you can bring your questions and it can be an opportunity if we're not working one-on-one outside of this in Shout Out to Shine or just as a soul coaching client. you get your opportunity to ask your question in here and we can work it out with the group. And that's always really fun because what one person has a question about, the answer usually is not just for that person, it's for pretty much everybody in the group. And we really create magic. And then our fourth Monday of the month, we're going to talk about capable. What are you capable of? What do you want in this life? How are you going to go out and get it? Now, I'm not a hustler at all. I don't believe in hustle culture. I'm really like deconstructing my capitalist, conditioning in my own life. I am a projector in human design. If you've never had human design reading, go see Deanne. She's amazing. And as a projector, apparently I'm just supposed to sit here and talk about what I'm passionate about and people come to me. I don't really understand it, but Deanne tells me what to do. I don't even know what she is, but we're meant to work together. Basically, she's the boss and I just show up and do the thing. But it's all about spending your energy wisely. What do you want? What do you desire? If you desire a fancy car, if you desire to travel the world, if you desire, your soulmate, bringing in your soulmate, if you desire, repairing relationships in your life, whatever it is that you desire, there's an energy, there's something that you think you're going to feel when you get that. And the last Monday of the month is all about practicing being in that feeling, right? So it's not when I get this thing, I'll feel XYZ. It's when I feel XYZ, then I magnetize the thing towards me, right? So we're going to be playing with energy. We're going to be reframing things. We're going to be talking about lack. We're going to be talking about abundance. We're going to be talking about dreams and desires and the things that we want out of life and where you feel stuck and stagnant and how to kind of unstick yourself. So that's going to be our last call of the month. And it's kind of going to be like a little booster for going into the next month as we go. And then maybe on that call, we'll also check in with last month's goals or last month's I'm capable statements or last month's desires and see where we are. So we have a little bit of accountability. So healing and growing and expansion and all that kind of stuff, it takes community. And that's why I built this community and I created this community. I am a part of other people's communities as a student, and I love leadership. I love speaking. I love getting to know people. I love helping and coaching and helping people find their shine. I feel like my superpower is seeing the magic in you, and not only seeing the magic in you and reflecting that back to you, but helping you see and harness that magic in you. And so that's why I created this. So whether you're returning or you're brand new, the thing that we start every call in the invitation inward with, we're still going to do it. We're going to do it. And if you've been here for a while, throw your number in the chat while I explain to the new people what happens. So we do check-ins, right? We're always checking in. We're really nerdy here about checking in with our energy, because when we know where we're at energetically, when we're tuning into our vibrational frequency on a regular basis, we know where we're at. So then we can ask ourselves the second question, what do I need? And we can give ourselves what we need. So I always say on a scale of 1 to 10, check in with your body. You can place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath if that feels good, and ask yourself energetically, if number 1 was beam me up, Scotty, get me off this planet. This place is horrible. I hate everything. And number 10 was, I feel like walking on sunshine and I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket and everything is perfect and amazing in my life. Where are you on that scale? And it does not matter where you are on that scale. It matters that you're checking in with yourself. So if you're at a 2 or a 3 or a 4 and you're feeling pretty low energy, it doesn't matter that you're there. We're not here to change it. We're just checking in. So Michaela says she's at a 4 today. So what do you need to Kayla? Michaela, what do you need to give yourself today? Do you need to go to bed early? Do you need to book a massage? Do you need to have a conversation with somebody? Whatever it is, you can answer to yourself, What is it that I need? I need more vegetables. I need to treat myself to a piece of chocolate. I need to take a pause from my life. I need to take a week off. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You give yourself what you need. And this is all about taking care of yourself first, especially as women. Some of us are moms. We're taught by the world. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I will repeat this until I'm blue in the face. The world tells us to put everybody before us. And where does that leave us? It leaves us in this place. We're living in this Reba McEntire song. Is there life out there? I got the kids, I got the car, I got the white picket fence, I got all the things that I thought I wanted, but man, I am miserable. And maybe we're not miserable. Maybe we're just looking for more. And this is the beautiful crossroads where I love to scoop people up and say, this is where the magic happens. This is where you discover your magic. This is where you discover your magic. All right, Deanne's at an 8.5 today. That's good. Jennifer is an 8.5. Super restful day today. Amazing. I love that. Michaela's at a 4. Celeste is at a 6.5. Kimberly, closer to a 4 as well. And like I said before, it doesn't matter where you are. It matters that you're checking in with yourself. So I want you to think about this and over the next week until we meet again. Every day. Don't just leave this till 7:30 on Mondays. Do this every day. When you wake up in the morning, when you're brushing your teeth, where am I energetically? Am I low energy? Did I need to turn my phone off earlier last night? Did I wake up and check a text message from somebody that just drains me? What do I need to do to change that? Because only you can change things in your life. You are in control of your life. You're not in control of the circumstances. You're not in control of the people, but you're in control of your emotions, your vibrations, your responses and reactions. And we can want to give ourselves that chance to really check in with ourselves and show up for ourselves. It's about the me, the we, and the all. If I'm taking care of myself, if I'm filling my cup first, if I'm putting on my oxygen mask first, sounds cliche. Cliches are cliche because they're true. If we're taking care of ourselves first, then we can take care of our kids, our clients. We don't need to worry about saving the world and changing the world, right? We just need to take care of ourselves, and we need to display that to the people around us. Not so that they take care of themselves because we told them to, but because we inspire them to. You seem so happy. You seem like you're glowing. You seem like you have all your stuff together. You've changed. You seem so much more. I don't even know what to say. And then you can tell people, I don't give a shit about anybody but me. Just not necessarily true. But breaking out of those codependent, icky, people-pleasing patterns and conditions so we can find out what we like, what we want, what our preferences are, what our boundaries are, what our desires are. We can let go of the people and the circumstances and all the shit that doesn't work for us and create room to let the good stuff in. That's what it's all about. That's what we're all about here. So, and I wanted to talk about the power of the pause a little bit. I touched on that a little bit earlier, taking a little bit of time out, continuing with my therapy, going on some medication. What are the benefits of pausing your life or putting a pause on your life? You can pause daily for meditation. You can pause just in the moment and check in with yourself. Is this true? What's happening in my body? If you have a visceral reaction, somebody calls you and you're like, bleh. Oh, what is that? Get curious about that. What is that reaction? What is that bleh feeling, right? Ooh, What is this feeling in my body? Pause, check in with yourself, right? Ooh, I feel like I'm at a 2 right now. That person just zapped me of everything. What do I need? What do I need right now? What's being touched? What's being activated? What energy am I feeling in my body? Weekly, you check in with yourself. My daughter is 14 and she has every Sunday, she has a reset date with herself. She taught me about this on Sundays. She goes in the washroom, she shuts the door, she's in there for hours. She showers, does a face mask, takes care of her body, cleans her room, folds her clothes. She really invests some time in herself, which is amazing at 14. I'm learning from my own kid. What about monthly? Or what about bi-monthly? I went to a circle. I went to a moon circle, new moon circle. My friend Renata, and one of our members here, does full moon and new moon circles. I went to a moon circle for the first time in a really, really long time, and it was beautiful. Do you do moon circles? Maybe your pause is right here on these calls on Monday nights, right? And yearly, do you pause? Do you go on a vacation? Or quarterly, do you go on a vacation? Monthly, do you go away for a long weekend? What are those pauses to you? What are those pauses? Have you ever taken stress leave from work? Have you ever paused work? Have you ever rage quit and just taken a month off to figure out what you want to do? I don't know. But what is that pause to you? What feels like a pause to you? And I want to invite you to play in the chat for a little bit, or participate in the chat. When was the last time you took a really good pause and just really looked at your life and reevaluated what was happening versus what you wanted to happen? Because the benefits of the pause, the power in the pause, is more mindfulness. I'm observing what's going on in my life. I'm observing what's going on around me instead of just being caught up in the mental chaos of the busy world, right? I can gain perspective when I pause, when I take a step back or zoom out and gain some perspective. I can see things from a different perspective, right? Instead of being so activated and angry sometimes, or just like totally stressed out and overwhelmed. If you just, take 5 minutes to do some breath work, I'm going to teach you a breath work technique in a few minutes. Take 5 minutes, just connect with your body. Maybe you can gain some perspective. Okay, this isn't going to matter in a month. Maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe I'm reacting accordingly or responding accordingly to what's going on, and I need to speak up for myself, right? It gives you room to breathe, right? I did something radical 2 weekends in a row. I told my boyfriend, I need some space. I'm going to take the weekend. I'll talk to you on Monday. Oh, was that scary for me? So scary for me. I like talking to him. I like connecting with him every day. And a few weekends ago, I was just like, you know what? I just need some me time. And he was like, yeah, sure. There's nothing big. And it was exactly what I needed. And he was there. I was like, oh my God, I'm not giving you the silent treatment, I swear. That people pleaser came out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hurt his feelings. Nope. No, didn't go anywhere. Another benefit is allowing for recalibration. And I touched on this a little bit. It allows for recalibration versus being on autopilot all the time, right? How many of us feel like we're on autopilot all the time? And I think that's one of the things that happened to me over the summer is I am such a creature of habit, and I go, 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 go. And I get into this routine. I just go and go and go and go and go. And then the summer happens and my kids are here and I'm out of my routine and everything just goes a little haywire. I feel really overwhelmed. I was already feeling really anxious and overwhelmed. And I was like, oh my God, okay. I need to pause before my body pauses for me. This is what happens sometimes with autoimmune stuff. If we're in that fight or flight all the time, if we're in that stress response all the time, we're stressed and stressed and stressed and stressed. Our cortisol, our stress hormone levels rise. We get heart disease, we get all sorts of stuff that happen, right? Heart disease is the number one killer of women. I don't want stress to take me out ultimately. I don't want stress to take me out. I want to look back on my, like, I don't know, I feel like 88 is a fair number to go. I want to look back on my 88th birthday, unless like medicine is really great and my standard of life is like way up there at 100. For now, we'll go with 88. I want to look back on my 88th birthday on my deathbed, be like, yeah, I lived my life and I didn't take shit from anybody for the second half of my life. First 40 years were kind of bullshit. And I got smart. And I stopped letting myself get so stressed and I just let things roll off my back. Right? We go on autopilot. All of a sudden our body stops us. Our body will tell us, we get whispers. And then we get a knock at the door and then we get a 2x4. We want to take care of ourselves. That's why it's so important to check in with ourselves. So Deanne says, I take